Well, new today, an Upstate girl is racing ahead of her peers with the opportunity of a lifetime.
This is such a cool story. Ruth Rue McMakin, born with cerebral palsy and a member of the championship wheelchair basketball team, the Roger C. Peace Rollin' Tigers. She also loves fast cars, though, and today she got an experience, a dream come true. Wow. She and her parents, they were invited to attend the Scotty Cannon drag racing school at Greer's Dragway. Look at her go. After hearing about her no-hold-back attitude, Rue was invited to the class, even getting a chance to ride with one of the instructors. You see that right there.
She got to get out of school early. So that's probably one of her favorite parts. And then riding in the car probably. I would say probably our favorite part as parents would be just watching her smile and enjoying herself.
A great way to spend a day, and from the basketball court to the racetrack, who knows where Rue will go next?
Oh, she's so excited about that. Oh, so cool.